This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, in yesterday class, we were doing what? So 2 devices in same VLAN, we were able to ping, but we wanted to ping 2 devices in 2 different VLANs, but we stopped because it was getting a little complicated. We want to make sure that we stop there and then we do the inter-VLAN communication today, right? That's where we stopped yesterday. So let's quickly start doing the packet tracer again. You guys are still interested with the packet tracer, right? Before I move to the next concept.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Let's do the packet tracer thing. Let me share it.
I have a question. Like yesterday, we have assigned IP addresses first, right? And later we have assigned different VLANs to the different devices. So basically, can 2 devices have same? I mean, like, can both of them are in this? Can both of them be in the same subnet in different VLANs? Because first we assigned the IP address like 10.10.20. Later we assigned VLANs to them, but we haven't changed the.
If you use a different IPs, I mean different subnets, the different VLANs, that makes sense. But if you use the same IP in different VLAN, that is now separation at the layer 3. So you always should use a different subnet for different VLAN.
But yesterday we did not change the IP address, right?
We did. So we did 10.10.20 there, and then we did 10.10.40 something. We did the change. We will do again the same thing again yesterday, what we did, because my packet tracer got jammed. I had to reload my machine. Yesterday config is gone. So we have to do yesterday config plus today config. So I'm going to quickly do the yesterday part again today, okay?
Okay.
Start new share. Okay. So what? So we are on PC0. So let's go to PC0. Go to terminal, config. Let's go to interface. Let's do 10.10.10. Let's do 3. 255.255.0. So we are assigning an IP address with the subnet mask on this guy. Let's close it. Let's go to this guy. Go to config. Put the default gateway. Go to interface Ethernet. 10.10. Let's do 20.3. 255.255.0. So we assigned 20.3 here. This is 10.3. This is 20.3. The subnet mask is there. So now on the switch 0, let's go to config, CLI,
Switch. And switch. Switch. Switch.
to config.
Enter switch. Config.
Do you guys hear that or just me?
Even we
Yeah,
are able to hear.
Give me 1 second. I think it's getting some audio. Let's see.
In switch. Config. Interface. Boss switch. Config. Interface past Ethernet.
Okay, switch port mode access.
Switch. Config if. SW switch. Config if. Switch port.
Come on. Yeah, I don't know why it is doing that. Oh, I don't see a setting where I can turn it off. Okay, no idea. So,
Mom switch. Config if. AC switch. Config if. Switch port mode access.
oh boy. Not letting me to work. Now, 1 second, let me stop share. Yeah, let's see if this stopped or not.
Switch. Config if.
No. Okay, it did not work. All right, let me switch my Zoom audio and then see if you guys hear it or not. Okay, let me. It's wasting all of my time. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. This is the audio there. So you can still see my screen. So now let's go back. You are still hearing that?
No, just your voice.
Okay. So what I did was I did put the IP address and I logged into switch and I'm trying to configure VLAN 10 on the switch to put this switch port in the VLAN 10. So config VLAN 10, name of the VLAN batch A, batch A. Okay. Interface starship.net 0/1, switch port. Mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. I'm gonna do shut and then no shut. Okay, so now the PC1, PC0 is in switch port VLAN 10. Okay, I'm gonna go to the second port. Means create the VLAN 20 and VLAN name batch 2. Interface starship.net 0/2, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20, shut, no shut. Okay, now let's go to, still we have to configure the uplink. Okay. So what we have to do, guys, on the uplink, we have to configure starship.net 0/3, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20. So what we have did is we configured VLAN 10 here. Let's I think we can do it. VLAN 10, VLAN 20. And here this should be a trunk port, trunk VLAN 10, 20. So I put the VLAN 10 on this port, VLAN 20 on this port. I created a trunk port and allowed VLAN 10, 20. On here I have to do sub interfaces like router on a stick. So let's log into the router. Config, CLI, enable, configure terminal, interface, gig 0/0/0, no shutdown, interface gig 0/0/0.10. I created a sub-interface for .10 VLAN, and I have to do encapsulation .1Q 10. This is to allow multiple VLANs on the multiple trunked interfaces on the specific sub-interface to map the IP address. And then IP address, what is it guys, 10.10. What is the subnet? The gateway should be 10.10.10.1, 255.255.255.0, no shut. And then to check the IP address, you have to show IP interface brief. So now 0.10 is manually up, status is up, and protocol is up. Okay, now let's try to ping 10.10.10.3. See, the first packet failed, and the 4 packets successful. So again, do that. It should be 5 packets successful. So now from here, I was able to ping the PC0. Can I ping the PC1 guys now from the router? Can I do it? Can I ping PC1 from the router now with the configuration what I had?
We should create another gateway.
Yep, I should be creating another sub interface. So interface gigabit 0/0/0.20. I created that. I have to do encapsulation .1Q encapsulation. What I should give here 20, and then IP address 10.10.20.1 255.255.255.0, and then do no shut. Now show IP interface brief. What? I have 10.10.10.1, 10.10.20.1. So now let's try pinging 10.10.20.3. First packet failed, and the other 4 packets worked. Now all the 5 packets work. So now what's happening now? So we were able to ping from here to here. Ping is working. And we can also do simulation, guys. I'll show you simulation. What it does is, when you start pinging, it will show you the packet from here to here. So we turn on the simulation. So let's go to PC1. Let's start this one. Let's go to PC1. Let's move this guy here, and then go to program. PC0 desktop. Let's go to command prompt, and then try to ping 10.10.10.1. You see the packet here? It has to ping 10. It should be able to ping 10.10.10.1. Correct? See, the packet is going from here. It went on here. From there, it went to router. Router should be responding back. Router responded back. and that response should be coming to what? PC0. That is how the packet is flowing. And then you see the check mark, meaning the ping worked. Let me stop that. Now, so we saw a simulation as well, how the packet went in from PC0 to switch to router, and the router to the PC back, the response back. Okay? Let's go back to PC0. Let's go to PC0. Let's try to ping 10.10.20.3. Will it work, guys? Now you guys tell me why the ping is not working between the VLANs, guys. Let's say, let's do a roundabout. Varun, can you try why I was not able to ping 10.10.10.10.20.3 from the PC0?
Because of, I mean, like routing protocol, there should be a routing.
Yeah, there should be a inter-VLAN routing between them, right? The inter-VLAN routing has to be enabled on the router first. So let's go to router and then do IP routing. So we turned on the IP routing on the router first. So can I ping it now? I turned on the IP routing. Can I ping it now? Let's try. Still, I cannot ping it, guys. Any idea why? Let's say, Hari, any idea why?
No, sir.
Okay, Managna, you want to try? Any idea why?
No, I'm still thinking.
Okay, let's talk about this concept. Let's give it a break here on the lab. Let's talk about the concept we discussed previously when we discussed about the route tables, guys. Let's do a whiteboard again. Let me stop share here for a second. Let me do a whiteboard. Okay. So you are in let's say you are in Dallas. You want to go to New York. And there is a Dallas airport. And there is a New York airport. I am trying to go from Dallas to New York. So I'm sourcing from Dallas. I want to go to New York. What is my way, guys?
First, we have to go to Dallas Airport, then from Dallas Airport to New York.
Exactly. I have to go to Dallas Airport, meaning I have to go to my what? In network terms, what is the airport called?
Router?
Default gateway.
Yeah, gate.
So if I am 10.10.10.3, if I want to go to 10.10.20.3,
I have to go to what, guys? My default gateway, which is on the router, which is 10.10.10.1.
1.
So I have to go to this Dallas router and then specify my default gateway. Do you guys agree or not? So I have to have a default gateway. Similarly, the New York router should have the default gateway, and these two will have communication via router with the IP routing command we did. Okay, so now let's stop share here. Let's go back to the diagram, the lab. Let's go to PC0. Let's go to physical, the config. Let's go to global, and then you see the concept of default gateway. So I'm going to go to here and then define 10.10.10.1. So I'm going to close this one. Oh my God. Why did I close that one? Oh, shoot. Oh, I should have saved it. Okay, let's not do that mistake again. Give me 1 second. Switch. Let's take a PC. My bad. I apologize. I have to redo this again now. Let's do a router. Let's take a link. 0 to 1 here. Let's do a save. Save as lab 1. Okay, I saved it. Okay. So let's go here. Config interface 10.10.10.10.3 55.2 55.0. This guy config 10.10.20.3. Close it. Config CLI. VLAN 10 name batch A. VLAN 20 name batch B, and then interface fast Ethernet 0/1 switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 10 shut no shut interface fast Ethernet 0/2 switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 20 chat or chat interface fast Ethernet 0/3 switch port mode trunk switchboard trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20. Shut. No shut. Go to router. Config CLI. Enable conf interface gig 0/0/0/0. No shut. Interface gig 0/0/0.10. Encapsulation.1Q10. IP address 10.10.10.1 to 55.55.55.0. No shut. 0/0/0/20. Encapsulation.1Q20. IP address 10.10.20.1 to 55.55.55.0. No shut. Show IP interface brief. Okay, let's try to ping 10.10.10.3. Okay, ping 10.10.20.3. Okay, it's working. Let's enable IP routing. Okay. So all right, guys, we are there now. So let's name it again. Let's go here. Okay. So now let's go to, okay, so now let's go to PC again. We discussed about going to here and then pinging 10.10.10.1. We should be able to ping. Yep, we were pinging the gateway. So we are able to ping the gateway. Now let's try to ping 10.10.20.3. It's not working, obviously, because they are in two different VLANs. So now let's do the gateway configuration on this PC, okay? So now let's go to config. So you see your global settings, clear the default gateway 10.10.10.1. Okay, similarly, let's go to, what? Oh, it's closing unexpectedly by itself. Okay, that is why. I did not do anything last time. Let's do reopen. Luckily, I saved. I think I did not save this, right? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I should be saving intermittently at the same time again. Okay. Not my day, guys. Not my day. Let's do the save again. Interface 60/0/0/10. Encapsulation.1Q10. IP address 10.10.10.1. 255.255.255.0. No shut. Let's do save. Okay. Interface gig 0/0/0.20. Encapsulation .1q 20. IP address 10.10.20.1. 55.255.255.0. Oh shit. Let's do save. Okay, that is saved. Let's go here. CLI show VLAN brief. Okay, VLANs are not there. Let's configure VLANs. And VLAN 20. I think you should be understanding it by now because I'm doing these many times. VLAN 20. Interface fast Ethernet 0/1. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 10. No shut. Interface fast Ethernet 0/2. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 20. No shut. Give it a save. Okay. So let's go here. Okay, I think we need to create the trunk port, right? So let's go to here, interface fast Ethernet 0/3, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20, no shut. Okay. Let's show interface status. Okay, 10 is there, 20 is there, trunk is there. Let's try to ping. Link is still not up, so let's see. Router, on the router we have to show IP interface brief. Up. So let's go there. Okay, so now it's turned on green, so everything is good. Let's go here. Go to desktop. Command prompt ping 10.10.10.1. .10.10.1 is not working, so let's troubleshoot why. Let's go here. Show MAC address table. Not learning any MAC address here, so now let's look at the port. Show interface status. It's connected. VLAN 10. Okay. Okay, now I'm learning. Now let's go here. Let's try ping one more time. Let's look at the config of this PC. Config. Okay, there is no IP address for the PC, so let's configure that. 10.10.10.3. 255. Let's save this. Ten dot 20.3. 255.255.255.0. IP address is there. Now let's go to desktop. Try the ping now. Okay, it's pinging now. So we are able to ping now. So now let's try to save one last time. Now let's go here. Let's go to config. Now let's try to give the default gateway now. 10.10.10.1. Let's go to here, global. Default gateway 10.10.20.1. Okay, now let's go here, go to desktop. Now try to ping 10.10.20.3. Timing out, now it's pinging, guys. You see? Now, because I configured the default gateway, I am on 10.10.10.1. I was able to ping 10.10.20.3. What did I do, guys? I created the default gateway here. So now the packet flow wise, let's try to start the simulation. Let's go to PC1 at this. Let's stop for a second. Let's go to PC. Go to real time for a second. Let's go to PC0. Let's move this aside or put it here. So now let's try to do the simulation. PC0. Let's try to ping. So let's go to switch. Switch should send that to the router. The router should send that back to the switch. It should change the VLAN tag now. Now that should be automatically going to PC1. So this is how we have two different networks. So let's stop this. VLAN 10, VLAN 20, 10.10.10.3, 10.10.20.3, the gateway of VLAN 10 configured on gig 0/0/0/0.10, configured on 10.10.10.1. Similarly, gateway of VLAN 20 gig 0/0/0.20, 10.10.20.1. That is how we did, guys. So we were able to ping from VLAN 10 this IP to this IP via router on a stick. We were able to create .1K encapsulation on the trunk port, and then on the router on a stick model, it does the IP routing for us, and we were able to ping from this subnet to this subnet. Any questions till now? I did the same lab again and again, guys, because my packet tracer closed unexpectedly. But did it cause any confusion, or are you guys still following? Ritik, are you following?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay, cool. Any questions, guys? Any questions on this lab?
No, from my side.
Okay, now let's do a different lab. is labs enough, guys, or do we need to go to theory, or let's do one more lab? What do you guys say? What is your vote? So there are two machines. For example, this is in VLAN 20, VLAN 10. We want to make sure the PC2 should be pinging PC3 because they are in VLAN 10 and VLAN 10, and PC4 should be able to ping PC5 because they are in VLAN 20, and we should be creating trunk links. Can we accomplish this, guys? We have two switches, we have two PCs, and we should be able to ping same device in the same VLAN via two different switches. Can we accomplish this? Is it possible? By looking at this, is this possible? I'm not doing inter-VLAN communication, guys. I'm doing same VLAN communication, but using two different switches. Let's see. Manogna, is this possible?
So if we need to send a packet from, for suppose PC2 to PC3, it has to go through two switches, right? The packet has to go through two switches.
Yeah, is it possible?
It's I guess no.
It's possible, but
Okay.
necessary. Like,
Possible,
Like if
but
the
why do
page
like
works,
there'll be like the network will be slow, right?
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the whiteboard on this one. Because we have two contradictory answers. Let's do Yeah, all drawings. This is switch, this is switch. So I have let's talk about first packet. Okay, let's talk about what happens to the first packet, guys. PC1, let's say this is 10 dot. PC1 is 10.10.10.1 and it's trying to ping 10.10.10.2. So what does the first packet does, guys? It will then broadcast to the switch. Switch will send to all the ports in the VLAN 10. So the packet goes via this port. It receives with switch 2. Switch 2 will broadcast. So it goes to VLAN 10 port and it receives to this port. And now this guy will say, hey, I am your response. Here is my MAC address. That MAC address will be handed over to this guy. That will be over to send to this guy. So what is wrong with this communication? Why do we think it is not possible? Again, I'm going to repeat. Switch 1 will broadcast. PC will send the packet to the broadcast packet because it does not know where is 10.10.10.2. Switch will look into the MAC address table. It broadcasts that. Because we are allowing both VLAN 10 and 20 on this, it will send that broadcast packet to this packet. It comes here and this will broadcast. It goes to VLAN 10, goes to this guy. It says, hey, I am your IP address. Here is my MAC address. Switch 2 will store that in its MAC address table. Will send that to switch 1. Switch 1 will store that in its MAC address table, learning from switch 2, and then goes respond to PC1. What is wrong with this communication? Are you guys still saying it will not work, or do you guys think now it works?
It will work.
Yes, guys, it will work. Because when I'm sitting in building 1, I can talk to other person in building 2 via other switch. If we both are in the same VLAN, it will work with no issues. So now let's prove it in the lab. Okay, let's go back to lab. English, what is this port? 0/1, okay. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10, no shut. Okay, and now configure VLAN 20. I'm configuring VLAN 20. Name is batch 2. Now let's configure this port. /3. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. No shut. So what I have done, guys, I put this port in VLAN 10. I did this port in VLAN 20. So I'm going to repeat this. I want to configure the trunk port here, allow both the VLANs, right? So let's see what port is this. Is it 4? No, it is 2. Fast Ethernet 0/2. Switch port mode trunk. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20. Let's do no shut. Well, let's go here. CLI enable on P VLAN 10 name batch 1 interface fast Ethernet 0/1 switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 10 no shut interface fast Ethernet 0/3 switch port mode access VLAN 20. VLAN 20 does not exist. Let's create that. VLAN 20 name batch 2 interface fast Ethernet 0/3 switch port access VLAN 20 no shut on free interface fast Ethernet 0/2 switch port mode trunk switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20 no shut. Now let's give the IP addresses. So this IP address should be 10.10.10.3 or let's do 3. This IP address should be 10.10.10.4. Let's see, 10.10.20.3, 10.10.20.4. So now 10.10.10.10.3 should be able to ping 10.10.10.4. Similarly, 10.10.20.3 should be able to ping 10.10.20.4. They have to ping between each other. So now let's go here. Let's give the IP addresses. So let's configure them. So go to desktop, terminal, vehicle, config, interface. IP address is 10.10.10.3. .10.10.10.4. So now let's log in PC2. Let's go to desktop. So now let's go to here and then go to simulation. Let's go to PC2. Now before we ping, let's do 10.10.10.4. Let's start this guy. And now let's do ping. So now the PC one started that, it went there, it broadcasted that. That packet should be sent to the broadcast. So now it went to PC2, switch 2, the broadcast packet went there. Now that went to VLAN 10 on the PC3. The PC3 says, hey, okay, I am your response packet. Now switch 2 will learn its MAC address. That MAC address will be sent back to switch 1. It's coming back and it should be sending back to PC2 that, okay, so here is my response packet. Now you should be seeing the response here. So now you see the response back. It goes so on and so forth. Now let's look into the real time. See, the pings are working in the real time. So you understand that, guys? Now let's go to PC4. desktop. Fast Ethernet. IP address is 10.10.20.3. Config, Fast Ethernet 0. Dot 10.20.4. Save that. So go here. Let's go to desktop, command prompt. Let's go to simulation. Let's try ping 10.10.20.4. Okay, let's click on, let's start the simulation. Let's go to PC4 and then start pinging that. Okay, so now PC4 starts sending the data. PC4 received it, the green color, and sent to switch 2. Switch 2 will broadcast to the port on VLAN 20 and send to the PC5. PC5 got it. PC5 will respond, hey, it's my MAC address. Switch 2 will learn its MAC address. Send to switch 1. Switch 1 will be sending that to PC4 back. So if you stop it and see the real time, if you go to PC4, you see the replies coming back. So that's how two devices in the same VLAN, even though they are connected in two different switches, they should be able to ping. But if we wanted to have an inter-VLAN communication, we need to be having a router. Let me save this for a second. Okay. Yep. Any questions, guys? I think we did enough lab, guys. We have to move on with our theory because we are running on tight timelines, like I said. But do you have any questions for today's class, what we did with the lab? I know it is not like easy to get on the first time, guys, and I understand it's not like cakewalk, but is it at least making sense what we are doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I really want. At least you guys understand a little bit basics. That's good enough for your, what we are trying to achieve through this labs and training. Okay. Any questions before I stop the recording? Do you guys have any questions? All right, then let me stop the recording. I'll leave the floor for any questions for 4 more minutes. Share.